3, Hamilton Boys High. Lane 4, Christ's College. Lane 5, St Bede's College. Lane 6, Westlake Boys High School. Lane 7, St Peter's School. Lane 8, St Andrew's College. And Lane 9 on the outside, King's College. Now, the winners of the heats are in the central lanes so that they are side by side and giving themselves the best possible chance of having a good fair race next to their leading opposition. And that's St Bede's and Christ College, and alongside them Hamilton Boys and Westlake Boys, making that frame up of the middle 4 lanes. So just to give a little clarity, it's not normal to have a 9-boat final, and we hear that the King's College and Christchurch Boys High School crews, who are currently in lanes 1 and 9, dead heated in their repechage. And isn't that an amazing achievement in and of itself, that over a 2,000-metre lake, the boys are so closely matched? And the crews are off. The race has started, and it's early leads coming from the expected middle lanes. Lots of hollering going on, and a slight disadvantage it looks to the King's boys because they didn't have a held start. They're currently falling back somewhat, and you can see from the big cameras, if you're following live online, that we've got the pontoon TV camera giving us fantastic coverage here from the very, very first stroke of the race. Coming out of the first 100 metres, which of course is the breakage zone. If something bad happens and a breakage happens in the first 100 metres, the umpire can stop and restart the race. But we are now past the 250 boy marker, and the crews are beginning to stretch out into their race pace, mid-pace rhythm. There's a close bunching around the red boat of the Hamilton Boys High School Lane 3 crew, coxed by Jamie Zeiser, and alongside him on his right, Christ's College crew in a white boat, and to his right again, St Bede's School, also in a white boat. These 3 crews beginning to show an early lead, with Westlake and Shirley Boys High School dropping back around a half length behind these leaders. In the middle of the leading pack, the Christ College crew rating very slightly higher than St Bede's and Hamilton at this stage. And let's take a quick look at the following pack. Lane 2 from Shirley Boys High School and Lane 8 from St Andrew's College, now around 2/3 of a length behind these leading 3 crews. Dropping back behind them, Westlake Boys High School in Lane 6, a little bit falling back there now. Nothing much to pick between them from our leading trio from lanes 3, 4 and 5. 3 packs of young men, all eagerly awaiting the potential of a medal in this final of the boys under 16 coxed 8s. A small anxious look from the coxswain Luke Menzies of the Christ's College crew in lane 4, looking over to his right at the St Bede's College crew in lane 5. And these 2 crews are now beginning to stretch a small quarter-length lead over the Hamilton Boys High School number 1 crew in lane 3. And it's looking like St Bede's are even 1 man up. You can see the coxswains working extremely hard, keeping a close eye on each other as they begin to go through the 500-metre mark, the 750-metre mark of this race for the boys under 16 coxed 8s. There's fabulous close camera work now on the St Bede's crew in lane 5, red shirts with a black band, and alongside them the Christ's College men in white with a black shoulder vertical band. Not giving up, the Hamilton boys crew are now half a length behind, but it's still the St Bede's crew: Luke McBridey, Neil Cammett, Matthew Glenn, Thomas Woodgate, Luke Hickling, Jack Denby-Coles, Sam Woodgate, Josh Hammer, and Ollie Ellenbrook, the Cox, who are now a full half-length lead in front of Christ College. Christ College themselves a half-length lead over Hamilton Boys High School. And inching into the side of my camera angle here, we have the Westlake Boys High School crew possibly chasing for a 3rd place. But it's looking extremely unlikely at this stage unless they step it up somewhat. 1500 meter marker is coming up, and the leading crews are just going through that mark now. Strong stroking here from the St Bede's crew in their red shirts. They very nearly have clear water over the rest of the field as they go through that critical marker. And the boys from Westlake look like they're beginning to challenge the Hamilton boys, but it's still these 3 crews, nearly 2/3 of a length in front. The St Bede's crew over Christ's College in 2nd place as they're coming down into the final 500 metres of this final of the boys under 16 Cox States. Keep an eye out there in lane 8, St Andrew's College putting in some really good powerful strokes here as they're challenging for the 3rd place against Hamilton Boys High School. So it's getting on for a clear 2/3 of a length lead from the crew from St Bede's College, and they're not going to give up here. They're striking hard, but Christs are beginning to put a bit of a push in, and it's 3 abreast for that bronze medal. It's Hamilton boys, it's Westlake boys, but I think St Andrew's College has a 1/4 of a length lead over Westlake. Westlake beginning to take their rate up, St Bede's taking their rate up. Christchurch College chasing hard, but they're still a half length behind the leading crew from St Bede's College. It's St Bede's, and the crowds are giving them heaps of support from the bank. St Bede's getting rowed down by Christ College. Christ College are nosing up to nearly a half length behind, and it's Hamilton Boys College. Just a very small overlap here now with the Christ College crew, but it's St Bede's who have finished first on that winning line with Christ College 2nd and Hamilton Boys 3rd. Coming in 4th, that's St Andrews, almost dead heating with Westlake.